So we got some pretty interesting news for you guys, including Valheim selling over 1 million copies. World of Warcraft Shadowlands is bringing back Valor points. A new RPG from Poland based on Roman history, and Phantasy Star Online 2 coming to the Epic Game Store. Hello everyone, my name is Solomon SK for Coffee and RPGs, where we cover the latest news trends and updates for the MMO and RPG gaming genre. If you guys got your cup ready with your beverage of choice, I'm drinking coffee as always. Let's go over these articles together. Cheers to you guys.
Consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification right next to it. Thank you.
So to kick things off for today's episode, we head on to Destructoid.com, and in their first article it says that Valheim is a survival sensation on Steam with 1 million sales in 1 week into early access. I'll admit I have actually never heard of this game until now, but as it says before, it is a survival game based on Viking mythology settings, and whatnot. And in terms of the graphics of this game, this really caught my attention, and Iron Gate says that it was inspired by the early days of 3D graphics, like the style seen in PlayStation 1 titles and the old DOS era 3D games before hardware acceleration and texture filtering was a thing. And the author of this article admits that he's trying to get used to it. As a 90s kid myself, I really enjoy that part. And lastly, there is a 2021 roadmap for this title, and right now, feature-wise, the game is about 75% complete, and content-wise, it's about 50% complete, excuse me. So yeah, lots of good things going for this game. I'm gonna have to try it out just to see what all the hype is about, but in any event, if you've played this game before, let me know down in the comment section below what you like about this game. And to all the NieR fans out there, it does say that NieR Reincarnation will have a Western release date once localization is further along. And it goes on to read that the director says that they are recording all the characters' voices in English. And in terms of potential timeline, Japan is getting NieR Reincarnation on February 18th, and when we'll get the game here on the Western Shores, not really sure, but it's probably safe to assume it's pretty close. Next, let's head on over to massivelyop.com, and in their first article, it says that Star Citizen plans a free fly event, a Lunar New Year event, and a vehicle team AMA this month. First off, there will be an AMA with the vehicle experience team running for about an hour on February 10th if you're curious. Second, there will be another free fly event running for 2 weeks between February 15th and February 25th. And this time around, there really isn't a special ship that they're trying to showcase or anything like that. It's just a free fly event. And lastly, how does Star Citizen celebrate the Lunar New Year? With the Red Festival, which will involve players finding red envelopes hidden all over the game's major hubs. More details of this event are expected soon. And in their next article, it says that Black Desert patches in defense icons and a new event to praise the sun. So the newest patch adds in an optional set of visual icons to help you immediately know what effect you or your opponent in Battle Arena may be running at any given time, and I really welcome this idea. I don't know the skills of every single class, and so it's really hard to tell if they are in super armor or just in frontal guard and whatnot, and so this is very welcome for me, especially as a noob. And lastly, they have an event where you assemble Echoes of the Sun to summon dangerous opponents and slay them for valuable rewards. Let's go ahead and shift gears one more time and head on over to GameRant.com, and in their first article it says that We Are Legion Rome is announced for multiple platforms. And it goes on to read that We Are Legion Rome is developed by a Poland-based indie developer, Titani Games. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So, but they're also known for releasing a horror drama visual novel called Perseverance in 2018, but I will admit I've never heard of this visual novel before. And it goes on to read that the game is a first-person adventure RPG where players take on the role of a Roman legionnaire who rises to the ranks. The events in this game are inspired by the Gallic War military campaign led by Julius Caesar, and players will take part in great battles and sieges. And so if you're somebody who is looking for more of a historic RPG, because I don't think we have enough of those, this is definitely something that will float your boat, hopefully. And I will admit, I'm really curious about this too. As far as I can remember, the last sort of Roman themed game that I played was probably Rise, Son of Rome, and that was years ago, and it's good to see a game like this come along, in my opinion. And in their next article, it says that Borderlands 3 Broken Hearts Day event returns tomorrow, and this is their Valentine's Day themed event, and it's making a return with special Broken Hearts Day festivities kicking off in the game tomorrow. And by tomorrow, It's probably today by the time this video publishes. And it goes on to read that much like the skulls of Bloody Harvest, shooting the hearts floating above the enemy's head will see special rewards dropping for players. Like other events, these special enemy types will spawn in nearly every area of the main game and DLC while the event is active, though it can be turned off at any time. And so in the last episode I covered how CD Projekt Red got hacked, but apparently the hackers are trying to sell off the source code for Cyberpunk 2077 for $1 million right now. And so it kind of sucks that they have to keep going through these endless bad luck, I guess you could say. But there was another article that I read in passing stating that the hack might actually have been an inside job as well, but it's all speculation at this point. It's very unfortunate, but I wish them the best regardless. And in their next article, it says that a new trademark for The Legend of Zelda may point towards remasters. And it goes on to say here towards the bottom that Nintendo has mysteriously filed a new trademark for Phantom Hourglass in Australia, of course, most likely referencing to the Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. Now, many fans are theorizing that the Nintendo DS may come to the Nintendo Switch in the form of a collection of remastered Zelda games similar to last year's Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And switching gears one more time, we head on over to PCGamer.com, and it says that World of Warcraft brings back Valor points to make it easier to get endgame gear. The update 9.0.5 due out in March will let you upgrade your Mythic Plus gear using the new currency. And it goes on to read that it was initially introduced during Cataclysm, and Valor points are just currency that players could earn from completing Mythic Plus dungeons so that it could be spent on upgrading Mythic Plus gear. This way, even if the loot you get during the dungeon isn't better than the one that you already have, you can spend Valor points to upgrade your gear and get stronger. There will be an initial cap on how high you can upgrade your Mythic Plus gear, but that could be increased through earning achievements. And just really quick, if you are a huge Witcher fan, well, we got some interesting news for you, as The Witcher Old World is a new board game coming out next year. And switching gears one more time, let's head on over to MMORPG.com, and the first article here says that Phantasy Star Online 2 headed to Epic Game Store on February 17th, and that's pretty much it. I didn't read anywhere that you'll get extra benefits or special items or anything like that. There might be, it's just that, you know, we haven't gotten any word of that yet. And in more MMO update news, in their next article, it says that Lord of the Rings Online's Update 29 is now live on the test server, brings mid-level content to the MMO, which is pretty interesting because usually MMO companies out there will usually add more content only to endgame. But anyways, they are adding a new area called Wildwood, and this is for players at around level 45. And it goes on to read that the new zone will allow for some more flexibility as well as leveling alts, and helping alleviate the monotony of doing the same zones over and over and over again. And in their next article, it says that Elder Scrolls Online public test server patch 6.3.2 brings Anniversary Jubilee. And it goes on to say that you'll be able to complete the Ache for Cake quest in order to receive the Jubilee Cake memento. If you use this memento, you'll receive a 100% boost in XP during the buff. Additionally, during this Jubilee, you'll be able to receive 2 fragments for the Deadlands Firewalker personality, and apparently there are 3 of these. And lastly, we head on over to altchar.com for one article, and says that the Outer Worlds Pearls of Gorgon now on Switch, and that's pretty much it. If you are a fan of this game and have the Switch, well, you got your chance of buying the DLC. And that concludes today's episode of MMO and RPG news, updates, and commentary. I really do appreciate it if you made it with me so far, as that significantly helps the algorithms. Hope you guys continue to stay safe out there. I'll finally let you guys go. Hope you guys have a blessed night, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers again, everyone.